What's up? Good afternoon, good evening. Hope your day has been as joyous and relaxing, productive, confident as mine has. I've actually spent quite a bit of time working on music today, and it feels weird to be looking at myself in a screen because I've been on a screen for a minute. So that's a good lesson right there. Definitely watch the screen time. It's like, wow. So, be clear about what you want in life. It's important to think about exactly what we want our life to look like, knowing that the universe is going to take us there. Knowing that every challenge we're going through is only there to make ourselves better so that we can be prepared for what it is that we ask for. So, for example, in the book I'm reading right now, Believe and Achieve, the author shared a story about a king who enjoyed going out on hunts. And one day when he was out hunting, he got his toe bit by a poisonous snake. And in order to save him, the doctor cut off his foot, or cut off his big toe, just his toe. And because of that, the king decided to put the doctor in life or prison because he was so mad about losing his big toe. Well, not long after, he was out hunting again, and he got separated from his group and ended up getting captured by a tribe of individuals who were making sacrifices to the gods and were so excited to be able to sacrifice the king as one of the most greatest gifts that they could give to the gods. And what ended up happening is the individuals that captured him were about to bathe him before the sacrifice, and when doing so, saw that his toe was cut off. And because sacrifices made to their gods could only be items or those that are of perfection, they were not able to use him in the sacrifice and set him free. So the moral of the story there is sometimes something that seems bad in the short term is actually there to protect us from something worse in the long term. I do want to know what happened to the doctor, though. They didn't share in the story. I hope that he set him free. So we've had that so many times, though, where something happened that was minor, that we didn't like it, and it was awful, and it wasn't minor. It was actually awful and really unfortunate to our lives. For example, for me, my junior year playing college football, the coach told me that I was no longer good enough to be on the team, which made no sense because I was about halfway in the talent gap of my position. And I told him, well, let's look at the film. Let's check it out. And he said, no, we're not doing that. So really, he was on some BS. And that was heartbreaking for me. However, because of that, I had the opportunity to go teach in Milwaukee for my student teaching rather than doing my student teaching while also playing my senior year of college football. Well, I had always wanted to teach in Milwaukee, so that worked out well for my student teaching. Then with my student teaching, I was going to be offered a job at a school that I really liked because it was mixed ethnicities. Like, I'm talking about every culture was there. And I love that because being a person that's mixed, it's where I seem to fit in super well. And I wanted to stay there. However, a job was available at a K-12 school. And all of my college professors sent me emails about that job, and I didn't want to go because I wanted to stay at this high school that was full of mixed ethnicities. Well, it ended up happening that the job that I got offered was, even though it was a K-12 school, it was just a 7th and 8th grade position, which is my ideal position. It's the place that I'm still employed today. So sometimes something that seems undesirable was only there to give us a better setup for what we actually want, for something that fits us better. So we got to have faith, and we got to be clear. We got to tell the universe which way we want to go. We got to give the universe direction of what we want our life to look like. I give the example. If I'm taking a road trip, I want to know at a bare minimum if my destination is north, south, east, or west. I'm not just going to hop in a car and go without having any direction of which way I'm going. So many people live their life like that, though. They have no direction. They don't know where they're going. And they're just going, hoping that it's going to work. They treat their finances like that. They have their finances with no plan, with no budget. How do you think that's going to work out for you? And that's why a lot of people are broke, just being honest. That's why a lot of people have poor nutrition, because they just take it and just no plan. Remember, the middle way is important. Too much discipline, life is boring. Too much spontaneity, no direction. The middle way. Another thing I want to share about goals and getting to a certain destination is understanding what vehicle best fits your life in whatever area you're pursuing. So if I was to go to the grocery store, and the grocery store was a 2-block walk away, and I live downtown Milwaukee and traffic's crazy, the best option for me is to walk there, right? Because it's just 2 blocks away. If I want to see the 4th of July fireworks and I live downtown Milwaukee and the lake is 1 block away, it's best that I just walk there. That's the best vehicle to get there, is my legs, because it's right there. However, if I live downtown Milwaukee but my job is 10 miles away, my best option is going to be to drive there. It's going to get me there most efficiently. If I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I'm trying to get to Sacramento, California, my best option is to fly. So it's about what vehicle in your life is going to get you to where you want to go. Maybe the job that you're in is not actually taking you to where you want to go with your life. Maybe the nutrition habits that you have are not taking you to where you want to go with your life. Maybe scrolling through social media is not the right vehicle to take you to where you want to go with your life. So pick the right vehicle. Pick what fits best for where you want to go with your life. You don't always have to do what everybody else is telling you to do. You can do what your heart is telling you to do. I swear that's what I'm really learning to follow most, is what my heart tells me to do. Following my intuition, trusting my gut, and then combining that with logic. Taking educated risks, taking calculated risks. In the middle way, in educated risk. Not so educated that I'm cautious. Not so risky that I'm off the edge, but an educated risk. Go for your dream, man. You get one shot at life. You know how risky life is? You're not getting out alive. You're not. You don't want to be in your 50s wishing you would have done something in your 20s. You don't want to be 70 wishing you would have done a lot. So do it while we got the chance. We got one chance. This is one dream. And you don't get to reverse time here. So use the time. Time is your most precious commodity. And it's not meant to be spent watching Netflix for hours. You're just numbing your mind because you don't want to take action. Because it's easier to complain than it is to do. Spend 5 minutes complaining and you wasted 5 minutes. Take action. I wish you a prosperous, productive, confident, joyful, and peaceful evening. Much love as always. Peace. Get off the screen a little bit too.